Good morning, everybody. Feel free to turn your camera on so I'm not staring at myself. Good morning, Rochelle.
Good morning. I'm happy I finally got a chance to make this.
Well, good, good.
I missed
Yeah, we
the
got a
past
few
few
more,
weeks.
and I think we'll be doing this continually, but just different directions. So,
Yeah, this will be great. I'm excited to join in today.
and Ken, I heard you've been connecting with my geofencing guy.
Yeah, I did. We have another call next week. They're going to go into more detail.
Yep, I've got one tomorrow.
Good.
So he
Sounds
said
like
he
an
was-
interesting program.
the fact that we can kind of pick and choose where we need to focus our resources for that advertising, I think is brilliant. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you catch
Thank
me
you.
up for the people that weren't here for the previous meetings?
Yeah, so we're gonna also go into next week, we're gonna talk a lot about advertising, but geofencing advertising is very focused. You can pick a hospital. You can say, I wanna, everybody who walks in that hospital on their cell phone will get an ad. You can focus on factories, you can focus on a community. All right, everybody in this area's income is between 200 and 300% of federal poverty level. And focus it on that. So it's called geofencing, and they do emails and stuff as well to that area, but to me, I feel emails are overdone. So I told them, I don't want you to send a million emails because there's a million emails already being sent. And if they're like me, the last thing I want to do is look at another email, but having the ad pop up here when they're on their phone or when they're in Facebook targeted. So it's a very targeted type of marketing called geofencing. And people that are interested, I have set my two different people that I work with, they both have different talents. So they basically touch the entire country, and they've even got some across the seas. So one says Wisconsin Media Group, but that's just because that's where she's based, but they do everybody. So. All right, I'm just letting people in. So welcome everybody, those that are just joining. I had somebody who tried to join an hour earlier, so hopefully they're coming back. Nothing like figuring out what the right time zone we're using. Right past 2 minutes past. So this is being recorded for those who would like to. Hello, Sharon. Nice to see you again. I'm going to record this. If anybody missed it, it'll be on there. Again, I posted on the two different Facebook groups that I'm a part of. I can also email it if somebody would like it directly to look at later. To briefly sum up what we've talked about in the last few weeks is, the Medicaid rollback is happening now. Every state is different. My state, I just discovered the letters, the 45-day is what they're giving them. They're giving them a 45-day wait or 45-day renewal window, not 30 days, 45. And that's starting on the 15th, which means this is for June 1st people. So in my state, I'm in Wisconsin, we probably are not really going to start seeing people call until May and June. So it's July people that are just now getting their notice. And then August, September, I think depending on your state, just be prepared. It certainly can be a trickle. It's going to be a little snowball rolling down the hill, and then it's just going to get bigger as more and more people hear about it. Every state is different. Your state has all kinds of information on their website. You can certainly search it by Google. Some states are better about public knowledge than others. And then if you are looking to direct, specifically market a particular targeted area, I have worked with two great companies for geofencing, which I have sent a lot of emails to people asking for that contact information, and I just stuck them in the chat. So there is two people, even though they're kind of based here in the Midwest, they actually cover the entire country. Steve and Sheila, they are two different companies. They both specialize in separate ways of doing it, but they're both great. So if anybody wants to reach out, get a quote, find out what they can offer, that is in the chat right there. They are, again, both very nice people. They'll work one-on-one with you and help you. As Ken, he just met with them and they're going to re-meet. I'm meeting with them on Friday to narrow down a little bit more focus, because I don't want to hit the entire city of Milwaukee. And Ken, where you're located in a much bigger city, you don't want all of them either, right?
No, I'm in Dallas, yes.
Yeah, so Ken doesn't want everybody from Dallas calling him. And you probably don't want everybody in your town calling you unless you live in a small town. So right there for geofencing. Today, I wanted to talk about a little bit more about networking as one of the best referral bases to go. Next week, for those that are want to know what we're going to talk about, I have a guest speaker who's much better at marketing in other states. I don't really market in other states. I'm kind of my local Medicare and under 65 specialist. We've got a company that is well established right in my small town in Sheboygan County. We're about an hour north of Milwaukee, and we only have out-of-state clients because our clients moved and requested that we go with. So I'm not good at marketing out of state. And I know many of you do not have a brick and mortar, you're a phone and Zoom person, that's fine. So I'm bringing somebody she is a specialist in that she's got 12 states, something like that. Lots of clients. She does everything exclusively Zoom and phone. And so she's going to be here next week talking about how to do that, how to market in other states, and then help build that for you as well. Today, though, I want to talk about networking. I was looking for a relatively easy video. There's lots of things on YouTube out there for networking. I cannot talk more about networking than anything else as far as a way to grow your business. So this was a nice short one. It's from Indeed. It's only 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So it is a commercial for Indeed, but it's going to give you an idea. And then we're going to build upon that. Becomes easy. So for tons of people, myself, it's skill that's fun. So now, while this is talking about finding a job, it's the same thing as finding clients. You can do the same thing as finding clients. So, Ken, I'm trying to get that thing where you can hear it, so we'll try it. There's nothing wrong. You can help me to talk to you. So while that was about finding a job, you could basically say the same thing as finding clients. It's not about going to a network and saying, hey, everybody, who's going to send me clients? It's about going to a network to connect with them, be a real person, find out what they need, and then they're also going to do it in reverse. And if you look over here on YouTube, there are all kinds of what are the bones of networking. This one's 9 minutes. Introverting, networking for introverts, strategies, how to network. There are so many TED Talks. There's 12 minutes. Some of these are hours. Are you an introvert? How to do it as an extrovert. Because one of the problems with the extrovert is we think we already know it all. So I want you to really think about networking. There are BNIs in almost, in every state, but they're in big cities. BNI is an extremely large business networking group that you can join. It does cost a little bit more, but it's an every week requirement. So then you are seeing these people week after week after week, and you get to stand up for 60 seconds and say, this is who I am. And pretty soon they know who you are. They hear somebody go insurance over there and they're like, hey, I know somebody. There's also networking groups that are smaller, maybe meet every other week or the second Thursday of every month. Those networking groups are going to bring you people more than marketing to be true, right? If you have your friend tell you, hey, go see Bob because Bob is perfect for the thing you need, you're going to trust Bob because your friend did it. You had a person who you trusted tell you to go there. It's the same for your business. And then once your clients start growing, they're going to network. They're going to tell you, they're going to tell their friends. And those are kind of the standard networking, BNIs and any other networking groups. Your chambers, get a part of your local chambers. They have networking groups. They'll have, we call them in our things, they just call them Vibe at 5, but it's a chance to go to a new business and introduce yourself. They usually have some small drinks and food to eat, finger food. So that is networking, but in a little bit different. It's not as formalized. Chambers are extremely cheap. If you're one person, you might have to pay $50 to join or less. And then you have access to all of their tools, documents, places of business to use for free. We are part of our chamber, one of the chambers, and they have this large conference room, and we use it every month to host a Medicare 101 class. And it's free, and they've got Zoom and they got cameras, and it's great. I don't have to have this big fancy setup. I can just use their chamber to have either in-person or Zoom meetings for people. So there's lots of ways to network. Another place that you can go to search for your local area for clients, particularly businesses that are blue collar. If there's any that have unions, if you can find a union, become the union rep's go-to person. Unions are very, very tight knit. The union rep guy is where everybody in the union goes to get advice. And if the union rep believes you are going to do right by their people, they're going to send everybody to you. We have a union in the area that does Kohler, which makes the toilets and sinks and stuff. A lot of times you see them. I swear 99% of the people who retire come to our office because the union rep trusts us and we built that reputation. We reach out to them. We have free classes for people who are thinking about retiring. And now that we've built that trust, she won't send them to anywhere else. There are some other agents out there. She's not going to tell them to go anywhere else. And there's no conflict of interest for her, right? She's the union rep. She can say what she wants. She doesn't have to worry about a financial advisor may not want to give all of their business to one person in case there's not a good fit. With the union, it's not quite that way. They just trust you and they send it. If you can get into the HR department, especially blue collar, because the people that are at 55 and to 65, some of them are tired. They want to retire, but they're holding on. They're hanging on till they hit 65 because they just think all I need to do is get to 65. I just got to make it to Medicare. But they don't have to make it to Medicare. A lot of them can retire early. If they start planning now at 60, they can be done by 61. And then you've got them from 61, 62, 63, 64. Because you showed them that with maybe their IRA and Social Security, their health insurance is $300 or $200 Or maybe some of them are pretty smart and they put their money away and they have them in a Roth. And so they're only living off of Social Security. Well, now their insurance is free, or it's $25, and they are so excited because they can retire. They can leave the company that they're just tired. They're exhausted. They've been working for 30 years, 40 years in a factory. So reach out to your HR departments in the area. You're gonna have to do a little, calling. I would probably go to them if you can with a flyer that says, I'm just offering my services for those who are thinking of retiring. If they want to come see me. Some HR departments are gonna be like, whatever, don't care. And then some are gonna love it. They're gonna go, yeah, we always have people that are asking about retirement. I'd be happy to send that to you. So if you, everybody, unless you're in a tiny little town, you have those places. And if you're in a tiny town, find the one factory that's near you. Find the one that is close by that you can reach out to. Any questions on networking or other places to think of to reach out to get clients? Does anybody else have a suggestion where they have networked and it's been successful? You guys are really quiet today.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm here. So yeah, I would say what I did, and this was just something that happened by chance. I was trying to find a company that could help me with ICHRA compliance with the
Sure.
individual coverage HRA. And they were actually looking for someone in my area who could just simply enroll people. So
Right.
I'm actually with them. My state this year, I've been pretty vocal about it. They're going to a state-based exchange. And
Right.
I actually want to stay on the FFM. So I'm going to jump into one of those other states. So I can't wait till next week. But yeah, just networking among other agents who are outside of your state. Because if you ever expand or if you ever need someone in another state, then they'll be there for you. And I mean, you know how it is in our group. We have a little, it's like a spreadsheet with a whole lot of agents with their states in there. And just talking with people within your industry and not looking at them as someone who is competition for you, because actually that is not true in a lot of cases.
Correct. There's so many people. I mean, I see the estimate, it's funny because the estimate is anywhere between 4 and 12 million people getting off of Medicaid. And then I saw a recent one that actually said they think it's going to be 18. So, I mean, there's plenty for everybody, right? And you're right. You can network with other agents. If there's a agency in your area that only works on group, they tend to not want to do individual. Reach out to them. And if you're not ready to do group, you're like, hey, if I find a group, I'll send it your way. But have them send their individuals to you. If you find Medicare agents, there are Medicare agents that want nothing to do with the under 65, and they haven't since the beginning. So you're right. Other networking, people that work with ICHRA or QSERA, TASC, TASC, that's a company that helps people find reimbursements. They don't enroll people in the marketplace. That's not their wheelhouse. They're working with group things, but they need to find individuals, people who can do individual enrollment into the marketplace. So yes, networking, networking is one of the most crucial things that will build your business long term. It may be slower to start with because you're getting, 1Z, 2Zs, but I will tell you in our experience, one of the fastest referrals is those pre-retirees. If they find out you can help them get out of their job, they go back and tell 3 other people. And then those people go tell 3 other people. If you can answer the solution of, do you want to stop working? And I can help you get that health insurance. They are just going to tell other people that are in that same spot. I hosted a class and I titled it, Don't Let Health Insurance Stop You from Retiring. And it was completely packed because that thought, there's so many people out there who would like to. The baby boomers that are in that era that have been doing blue collar work are kind of tired because again, 40 years of standing on a factory floor, bending over, working, and their whole life they've thought, I have to get to 65. I just need to get to Medicare, and you're giving them a way out. That was one of the single most successful classes I've ever done, and I've hosted it a few times. I've hosted it for HR departments that are trying to give the people who are thinking of retiring a way out. So just the title, "Don't Let Insurance Stop You from Retiring," is intriguing to many people that they're like, okay, I want to see what this is. I want to see if I can get out. There are networking areas, hospitals, clinics, pharmacies. Pharmacies is a great one because they do see the people who don't necessarily have insurance that are trying to see if they can get their prescription. So if you can ask the pharmacist, hey, can I leave my card here? Can I leave my brochure? Most of them are going to say yes, to say it's free, it's a service. It doesn't cost anything to come talk to me. And if they can get somebody to come talk to you, that is great, right? There's another referral. So I'm going to show you, again, I'm going to screen share two things. One is the conference. It's come up again. It was kind of funny. A post that I posted, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, came back up again. And this is the North American Insurance Services Agent Conference. It's in July in Texas, which is, I always tease them, they pick the hottest month to go back to Texas, but it's inside a nice air-conditioned conference room. And it's 2 days of very packed information. And it's not product driven. It's not one carrier just talking about their stuff. There will be different carriers there, of course. We've got some great carriers that have wonderful side products that can help with ACA to protect your clients even more. And they'll be there, but this is about how to build your business. This is how to network. This is how to layer. This is how to do best practices. We talk about different programs like computer programs that might help you do your system faster. CRM questions always come up, and it's a great way to meet people face to face. And right now the tickets are, I think they're $199. You can just see this. They do have hotel reserved, the Omni Hotel, which is actually quite expensive. It's where the conference is, but across the street is a Hilton and a Marriott, and they're very inexpensive. They're your typical price. So they're literally across the street. So I highly recommend anybody who's thinking of a conference to go to. If you just got one, this is well worth it. You can get tickets. If $199 is a little too much and you can do $99, let me know. Get you a little discount, but it's a great way and a great place to meet people, see it, and network with agents, as well as learning how to build your business. And then when I was talking about products, if you don't have brochures already printed off, if you don't have business cards, this is a great one-stop shop. Again, this is at North American. So it's na-insurance.com. And then there's all different kinds of things. Right here is click your products, and it takes you to this already done for you, ready to go. So there's all the products. You can do marketing in a box, new agent, they kind of break it down. If you want to wear apparel, if you're a Medicare, you can wear badges that say, ask me about Medicare. I have these brochures in my office. So these are rack cards. They're just two-sided, they're flat. You can stick those at chambers, at businesses, put them outside your office or local hairdresser. That's another great networking spot. We also have these brochures right here, local insurance, health insurance, ACA specialist. It's already made. They're beautiful. You put your color in it. They just have green, but it's your color, your logo, your name, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to go, okay, how do I make a good brochure? It's right there. It's already done. And I have gotten so many compliments. I've passed them out at my networking group. We have them in our front lobby. Where we found out 2 companies recently that are closing that we've called the HR department, and they're like, yes, send us stuff. So we're sending them these brochures. So this is a great way to just drop it in, and you don't have to think. You don't have to try and design it. It's already done for you. So this is at North American, na-insurance.com. Again, you don't have to be part of North American if you don't want. It's just available to anybody. Even at this agent conference, North American is an FMO. It's not a high pressure. Yes, of course, they're going to take agents if you want, but it's a great place to just connect and learn how to improve your business. It was one of the best things I ever did, was go to their conference 4 years ago and learned I mean, I had some very eye-opening ways and it just tripled my income. It made the business take off and understand things. Any questions on that? It's a great way, great source of connecting with people face to face. So we're at the last 6 minutes. If anybody else has any questions or suggestions, like I said, next week is really going to be about out of state marketing, online marketing with Facebook. Then we'll have 2 more. If anybody has any suggestions that they want to do about the whole Medicaid rollback. I'm gonna also talk about layering, just explaining that. What does that mean? Some of you have heard that. Galen Hendricks is the queen of the bundle. She uses the term bundle. I use layering, but I'm going to talk about that as well. But if there's anything else anyone else wants to know, please let me know. I will be happy to share that. I want all of you to do exceedingly well and grow your business. You know, get yourselves 1,000 new clients this year. So if that's not it, we get you back a little 5 minutes earlier, unless anyone has any questions. Looks like one person's joining right now. Hi, Tim. You just kind of missed it. We're actually wrapping up, but this will be recorded. I will put it on the Facebook North American group and the Marketplace Mastery group for anyone who wants it. So any questions again, then open it up. So if that's it, you all have a wonderful week. And I look forward to next week. Let me know how working, if you're finding that place to network and how it's going. And Tim, I don't know if you heard me. You came in right at the end. This recording will be online, and then next week we're going to meet. We're going to talk about networking. Thanks, guys.